As I think most of y'all know, we are right in the middle of our Ghost Light season right now. We just kicked it off with Red Hot Patriot last weekend. The Ghost Light is that light that gets left on stage. You often see it, it's just hauntingly beautiful. It's left on stage in a theater in between performances, and to light the way for the next show to come back. And so we're in our Ghost Light season right now, waiting till we can resume live performances. And you can't have a Ghost Light season without a haunted happy hour. We felt that all went hand in hand. Plus, we really are grateful for the opportunities to kind of create some community during this interesting time. So
this is a happy hour, and there are all sorts of ways to celebrate happy hours. You can have cocktails and mocktails and everything in between. Today, I'm going to make something that I am calling the vampire's heart. And as I go through the recipe for this, some of y'all, I'm looking at you, Karen, may recognize this. So for the vampire's heart, I'm going to start with my little tiny shaker here. Can you see my little tiny shaker? I'm going to switch over to this. Hey, Kimberly, it is great to see you here. I'm going to switch over to this Zoom feed so I can kind of see myself really well. All right, so I have my cocktail shaker here, and in it, I am going to put the very exciting ingredient of whiskey. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make that happen. It's almost perfect already. I don't know what else.
Yeah, just stop there. Just stop there.
Like a very healthy measure as well.
There's some ice and some whiskey in here, and you could be done there. You could be done.
I'm so impressed with your mixology.
Thanks, Sarah. I've been working for years to perfect this. So, all right, but I'm going to keep going. So I have specifically rye whiskey in this tonight. I have bullet to be very, very specific, but to each his own, whatever works for you. And then this is sweet Italian vermouth, which I do not recommend drinking on its own, unlike the whiskey. But I'm going to add it to that. Things are getting interesting now. It's getting better, right? That's the sweet Italian vermouth. Please don't buy the cheapest stuff out there. Don't do that. Just you don't have to take a step way up. Just a little bit, just a little baby step up. And you're great. These are Angostura bitters, which make everything taste delightful, but also don't put too much in. It's like vanilla, where you're like, oh, a little makes this cake taste brilliant. What if I put a whole cup in? Horrific things will ensue. Please believe me. 2 dashes. That's all we're doing here. You can't see it. I'm gonna hold it.
Have you been letting your young children measure when you bake? Because that's what happens to me. It's like, oh, we weren't supposed to put all that in there.
I have not been letting my young children measure when I bake, but I don't know if y'all can tell, this is this adorable miniature shiny pink cocktail shaker. And my 3-year-old Kira saw it and she was like, what's that? And I said, it's a cocktail shaker. And she said, cocktail sugar? And almost didn't let me bring it into this room for this demo, but I'm still much stronger than her, so I was able to leave the room and get in here. I'm kidding. All right.
Wrestling with your child.
So we have. She's very strong.
It happens.
Feisty, yeah.
So we had the feisty. They're very feisty. So we have the whiskey. We have the sweet vermouth. We have a couple dashes of bitters. Very simple recipe. Just gonna give it a little shake. You can give it a little stir if you don't want to shake it. I'm not that particular. All right. Then I have this cocktail glass, and I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to do that. Look how pretty. So pretty. So pretty. We're doing well so far. But remember, this cocktail is called the Vampire's Heart.
Fart?
Heart.
Heart. Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. Now, ideally, in an ideal world, ladies and gentlemen, ghouls and goblins, we would have maybe a tiny little wooden stake to put these on. I think that would be perfection. I just have this sword. These cherries, you'll notice, are not those neon red monstrosities that you may use and you may like. I like them too. That's fine. But these guys are delicious, and they are, and I'm not paid to say this, but Egbert's cocktail cherries are slightly spiced.
So they taste like cloves. They taste like fall, and they make this type of drink so good. I've never done that kiss thing before, and my brain was like, "Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna try that?" And I think I can get better. I'll try.
I think that fit the moment. I think that was a good moment to do it for the first time. That was a good moment.
You got to commit to chef's kiss.
You got to commit. Exactly.
Yeah. And I think I waffled a bit at the end. So that is our vampire's heart, and I'm gonna try it. Make sure it worked okay. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
So cheers.
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 And I'm gonna throw that terribly complicated recipe up on the screen just right now. And as Karen has probably already let y'all in on, this is actually a classic Manhattan recipe that I'm just calling a vampire's heart. I believe pretty strongly, like, let's not get crazy specialty ingredients that you're only going to use once a year when we can just retitle a cocktail that you love for whatever holiday season you want to use it. And I speak because I've got like pumpkin liqueur and butterscotch schnapps and ridiculous things just languishing in the back of my garage that will never be used again. But Manhattan fixings absolutely will. Absolutely worth that little investment. That is my cocktail demo. Thank y'all so much.